Hello everyone, it's Rare with Multiplaying and my good friend Mr. Iaqton bringing you another League of Legends Coldcast. Mr. Iaqton, how about them players?
Alright, well first up, before I introduce the players, I would like to thank the Commando Moose squad as Azazel for inviting us in again after a first failed game in which their Sona player disconnected. And on top of that, we'll look forward to seeing them later in a ranked matchup with another team yet to be determined. So here we go for the team breakdowns. On the purple team, we have Commando Moose Squad Godric on the jungle Lee Sin, Blade 456 with Malzahar on Sona, Chisengen, another member of the Commando Moose Squad, on Dr. Mundo. He will go where he pleases, and Azazel on Graves for the Commando Moose Squad.
Yes, indeed. And like Iaqton said, thank you to the Commando Moose Squad for taking us in. Very good-mannered team, someone to maybe practice with. They're good folks. On the blue team, we have Lord Nakarta, possibly the author of the Magna Carta, playing Mordekaiser Hwei. Von Keisha from game number 5, if some of you might remember. Also a Kugutsumin poster. Flameke, another Kugutsumin poster, playing Jungle Skarner. Both good gentlemen, big fans of the show, so thank them for coming out. We have Touche Pipi playing Sever, and Silent Gears playing Alistair.
And before things get underway here, folks, we'll do our beginning of the match item breakdown. Jungle Lee Sin, picking up the standard items for all junglers: cloth armor, 5 pots. Malzahar, meanwhile, at mid, picking up boots and mana potions to give him some staying power in that lane and enable him to spam out as much as he feels like. Sona with wards, a fairy charm for that pitiful little mana regen that it gives, a dragon dumpling, which is the mana potion, as well as Phoenix Bun for some health. Mundo and Graves also picking up boots and health pots. For the blue team, we have Mordekaiser with boots and health, Cannon with boots and health, Skarner started with the cloth armor and the health pots, Sivir with the Doran's blade, and our Alistair with, similar to Sona, a vision ward, fairy charm, and health potion.
Yes, indeed. So we are underway now. We have Lee Sin up top here, possibly really early game against Mordekaiser. Here he goes. We'll see what happens.
Gotta get clear of that creep to land that sonic strike.
Ooh, blows and exhaust. They're really going for it. Hyper aggression here by the red team. Tanking tower even. Not sure that was a good choice when he was already that close to his tower, but hey, I can appreciate some good aggression. I'm sure they are on Skype right now coordinating, so I'm sure we'll see more plays like that in the future.
And we will see Jungle Skarner come in here too, since he is much higher up on health than Chisengen on Mundo. Possibly going to go for a gank here early.
Yep. Maybe. Is he repositioning himself? Yeah, looks like it. He might even intercept Lee Sin at golems, possibly. We'll see what happens. Here he goes on. Yep. We're gonna go.
We see the ping go down and the gank coming in. Seeing him at the tower, though, is gonna head straight down to the river and try and avoid them that way. Lee Sin gonna come in here and probably catch Skarner, and he does with that sonic strike.
Yep. Malzahar coming to assist Dr. Mundo. Good teamwork here by the purple team. We'll see what happens though, because here comes Vong.
Caught in the
Malzahar
middle.
caught in that position. Nice flash though. Oh, it's gonna be really close. Nice first blood
from Mordekaiser against our Malzahar at mid, and Chisengen almost had a pathing error. He could go down here.
Oh,
that could
really
be a critical
close.
Error. Mundo gonna go where he please, pops the ghost to try and get away, and he will get away successfully from that engagement.
Yep. Meanwhile, bot lane, Azazel actually going down to Touche Pepe. I love that name. Sorry. So yeah.
The game was ridiculously powerful with her Q toss. Seeing that our Sona there was low on mana, threw that right away, probably right after she healed, to be able to coordinate that with Alistair with the knockup.
Yep. Sona now all alone against the big bad Sivir and Moo Cow Alistair. I doubt we'll see too much aggression though, because she's sitting on tower, and Azazel's on his way back. At mid lane, just your usual back and forth, clearing creep waves. And yeah, not too much to speak of right now. We'll see what happens shortly. Sivir, of course, will poke at that tower, because that's what Sivir fucking does.
Sivir is the best tower pusher in the game right now, as far as I'm concerned. Lee Sin picking up his wolves. Gonna head mid here maybe to take a poke at Cannon. Not going to be too much. If I were him, I would take advantage of the time that I had that red buff and go get my blue.
Yep. Speaking of blue team, they do place a ward in river there, so they'll have advanced knowledge of any shenanigans from the purple team, possibly going for an early dragon or a gank bottom.
As we've said all season, wards do win games. Looks like Lee Sin possibly? No, he'll return back to his jungle because Mord is not going to be a threat to Mundo right now. Mord gonna use up some of that bonus first blood gold. He does have over 1,000 right now. We'll see him turn that into probably some ability power. Probably an amplifying tome, and he does. Not quite enough for the Hextech Revolver.
Yeah. Just pick up wards though. That's a smart choice, in my opinion. Meanwhile, bot lane, just continuous back and forth between Blades and Vong. Vong has been popping his health potions, but he does have 2 remaining, so he will be able to stay in lane for a while. Constant CVs on the bot lane there. I guess they're watching for ganks.
And we did have Skarner go back. He will pick up a Regrowth Pendant as well as a Fairy Charm. See him turn that into a Philo Stone here, probably on his next trip back, which he can then later turn into a Shirelia's Revelry. Great team booster item. In addition to a Sivir ult, that will just allow their entire team to move about even more so than Mundo would please.
No one can outrun a good Mundo, sir, but we'll see what happens.
We'll take a look at the creep score here. Graves and Sona in that bottom lane. Sona with only 4 creep score, but they are being pushed back up against the tower, which is gimping Graves a little bit with only 24.
Yep.
He is keeping up, however, with Malzahar and Lee Sin on creep score, but we do have that Sivir at 31, which is quite impressive.
Alistair
damage going in
his
here.
Job with 0 CS, so good support there. He's taking a lot of damage, though.
Possibly too much. If Graves returns fire here, it looks like Sivir will put herself in the way.
Yeah.
Alistair there with a little bit of a heal. Graves still going to poke. They push that. There's the flash.
Clutch flash on both players there. Meanwhile, mid lane, wow, nice job. He will pick up that kill. Good work from Linky. Sorry, I missed that, pal.
That does bring Malzahar down to 0, 2, and 0, which will gimp him. He picks up that Doran's Ring for that health, and possibly would have been a better idea to do that early game, Malzahar.
Evidently, Purple Caster Minion OP.
Purple Caster Minion is always OP. He was the MVP of our Executive Order number 4. Kennen and Lee Sin here going to engage in the middle, but Lee Sin going to shield himself there. Gotta go back in for the kick.
There's the exhaust.
Goes down.
Will he get off at third? Oh, Vong. Oh, it gets off the auto attack before Vong was able to get that third mark off there. That's unfortunate.
Commando Moose Squad racking up another kill, putting their first one on the board, sorry.
Yep.
Bringing the gold total to 8.7k gold for the blue team to 7.4 for that purple team.
Not very far behind, given a 2-kill deficit, which is A-OK in this early game. It does give blue the advantage, I would say, especially when they have their middle lane, generally speaking, doing better than Malzahar. Malzahar that's not doing well early game can definitely hurt him. It takes a while to build up items, but we'll see what happens.
For the time being, Malzahar is ahead on creep score, if only because he's been keeping Kennen out of lane, or Kennen's been responding to team pressures from anyone else.
Oh, nice kill up top. Man, we're just missing all these kills. That's unfortunate.
Graves, ping going down on Graves. Alistair going to come in here. If he gets that knockoff, that could be deadly. It looks like he will back off.
Yep.
Does not have it warded anymore. His previous ward wear off, so some good intuition there, or Mia call via Skype.
Interesting choice by the blue team to place a vision ward there, though. Possibly looking to counter ward any wards from the purple team. Both Skarner and Alistair coming bot lane here.
This could turn deadly. Skarner does not have his ultimate yet to be able to drag them away from the fight. As
nice CV there.
Good clairvoyance going down there. Skarner will go into his jungle. He is not close yet to his level 6 for him to be able to turn and burn and try and pull either Graves or Sona away from that tower.
Yep, we could possibly see some fights. Oh, there's a ward by Vong. So they will know if Lee Sin tries to gank mid, which is probably a good choice by Vong. Meanwhile, bot lane, some fighting back and forth here. Sona a little low, but so is Alistair for that matter. Just good back and forth. Both
supports taking heavy damage.
Yep. Mid lane, we're seeing a gank on Malzahar, but he will escape despite Vong blowing his ult there. He comes Lee Sin onto Vong.
Vaughn really needs to get those storm charges racked up when he's running.
Oh, nice ult by Malzahar. Down will go Skarner.
In a 2v1 there, it might not be a bad idea to take on that Mordekaiser, but at full health, he is kind of difficult to take on.
Yep, and they did all kind of blow their load there. Their ults are on cooldown and such, so I doubt we'll see too much aggression against that Mordekaiser. He's actually hitting back up top to defend his tower against Mundo. Meanwhile, in bot lane, continuous back and forth between Sivir and Graves here. Obviously, both supports healing up their respected partners.
And we'll take a minute here for our item update. Graves picking up a second Doran's Blade. Correction, he picked up 2 Doran's Blades on his last trip back for that crazy amount of bonus health and damage. Big engagement going down here.
Here's the ult by Sona. Nice kill. Will he get the double kill on Alistair, though? We're going to see. Nice Clairvo. Giving Graves the ability to do his moves there. Oh, there's the ult, but Alistair's... Oh, nice. Double kill. Good job. Nice work by purple team there.
Excellent play there.
Anyway, items you were saying, sir, before that engagement.
In the item breakdown, Mundo picking up a Kindle Gem for 200 health and 10% cooldown reduction, which is so critical on him. Sona with her Philosopher's Stone for health and mana regen, allows her to care for the others before she cares for herself. Malzahar with 2 Doran's rings because of all that damage going in on him. Kennen gonna break off there to pick up that blue buff from Skarner, being the courteous jungler that he is.
Yes, indeed. Definitely a good move. We've been seeing this a lot in games lately with junglers giving their mids blue buff. Essential, in my opinion, to having a strong mid lane control. Meanwhile, Lee Sin up top here doing some damage on Mordekaiser. Nice cleaver by Mundo, giving the additional slow.
Skarner coming in here could be deadly if he gets that ult off.
Will Skarner get the ult off? Oh, he's like 5 though. Oh, unfortunately. Skarner was 6. I bet you he would have secured that kill there. Meanwhile, Mordekaiser does go down.
Behind. Ward will go down to that ignite there. He will go back, pick up his Sorcerer's Shoes with his Hex Tech, another Amplifying Tome. That'll be a Will of the Ancients here before you know it. Continuing with that item update, Sivir building a Vampiric Scepter, going to roll that into a Bloodthirster here within the next few minutes. Other than that, field is fairly standard with our jungle Lee Sin picking up his Wriggles as is
There's a
socially
flash by
acceptable.
Alistair, but Graves is able to get away. Sorry, continue. Just some
Graves with that dash is, having dash on Graves is like another flash. So it's no surprise to see him with that increased mobility being able to outmaneuver Alistair and keep himself safe. We have Mordekaiser returning to his lane with a couple more handfuls of vision wards. Kennen placing his wards in the river to keep an eye out for that Lee Sin, which he knows is going to come.
Speaking of which, who's right there? Oh, here's the ult by Malzahar. Will Lee Sin get in on time? There's a flash. Nice sugar rush. Vong will get away. Good play, Vong.
Unable to connect with that that resonating strike.
Meanwhile, bot lane, Alistair does go down to CMS's
Skarner does have his level 6 here. He's going to lure Malzahar in, but not going to go for the yank there.
Oh, I'm cutting it close there with all that damage from Malzahar. Skarner's just waiting to get that all off on Malzahar. You can tell he wants it bad.
With that low health, if he can drag him into the turret, that will be GG no re for Malzahar.
Yes, sir.
Knock him down another peg. Both he and Kennen at that mid lane are down 2 deaths right now.
Lee Sin taking Dragon and River right now. Does blue team have... No, blue team does not have a ward. In fact, purple team does. So blue team does...
We do see the CV go down there, and Sivir is going to react.
All those pings on the map right now. Skarner well aware that Lee Sin is trying to go for Dragon. He will intercept. Lee Sin forced to back off.
Lee Sin will retreat, pick up his wolves, and probably kick around a few more cans in the jungle, waiting for either the ward to wear off or just for his teammates to be able to...
You can see a fight appear here in the river. Skarner and Alistair. Sona alone. Will he be able to pick her up before she ults? There's the ult by Skarner.
That ally.
Here comes Lee Sin also along with Malzahar. Oh man. Kennen coming in with the ult. Will he pick up the... Oh, it's going to be so close.
Storm charges, dodges Sona's crescendo. Will he be able to pick off Sona?
Oh, it's a lot of damage on Kennen. Will he escape? No, Kennen will go down. They do pick up the kill on Sona, obviously. Will Alistair escape? That's a lot of damage coming from Graves there. Oh, it's gonna be... Yep, there's the auto attack.
One more hit from Graves there brings Alistair down.
Unfortunately, Sivir was not there in that engagement. I feel like that she might have been able to at least turn the tide, maybe force Lee Sin or Malzahar out with her additional damage, but that is theory crafting, and we will never know.
Now to our kill count, we have blue team with 5 kills, purple team with 9 kills. Blue team 15.4k gold. Purple team not that far ahead with only 1,000 more globally.
Yeah. Interesting to note that earlier in the game...
Engagement up top there, and Mordekaiser goes down to a fine jungle Lee Sin and Mundo team. Sorry we missed that, folks.
No, I actually got that while I was talking, so we're all good. They did indeed see that. But I was just saying it's interesting to note that earlier in the game, blue team had a pretty dominant kill lead there, but now we're seeing purple team come back with a vengeance. 10-5 right now on the kill board.
Graves is doing very well for himself right now. He's got almost 1,500 gold in the bank and is 4-1-1.
Yeah, and I can definitely attribute that to some excellent ults from Sona and her ability to obviously not steal creep. So obviously Graves will get a lot of gold from all those kills. Meanwhile, mid lane, Malzahar putting his ult down without pooling first, though. I feel like that is a mistake on Blade's part. He's kind of done that a few times. You want to drop that pool first and then ult, because the pool does percentage-based damage, which is huge if you time it right. Just a personal like Malzahar a little bit. Alistair will come in. Alistair will come in here. Meanwhile, mid lane, Vong taking so much damage from Lee Sin. He does get the stun off. Will he pick up Lee Sin? Oh, Lee Sin will escape just barely with some good defensive play by Malzahar there, forcing Vong to step back. That is unfortunate for him.
Lee Sin does not want to screw up his perfect streak right now, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed.
We'll kick over to those Wraiths there to pick up the free health off the head Wraith.
Yep, and suddenly I am having 1 frames per second, which is just awesome right now. Great.
Well, Rare is dealing with this video
okay,
trouble,
we're back.
but we'll keep you up to date, and we are back.
That was... It's fraps, because of fraps, people. Just coin that term right now. Sorry about that. You didn't miss much. No kills or anything. It was about 5 seconds, so not a big deal.
Graves at 4-1-1. Both Graves and Lee Sin showing signs of being pretty fed. Lee Sin going to be turning his Ruby Crystal Giant's Belt and Regrowth Pendant here into a Warmogs on his next trip back. Most likely he is sitting... no, he's only sitting on 100 gold right now, so we'll see that after his next round through the jungle and possible gank.
Yep, here comes Skarner, but they do have a Clairvoy there and a ward, so Purple Team well aware of any possible ganks from Skarner. Skarner does not actually know that ward is there, so...
He will come in though nonetheless, maybe to put some extra pressure on that lane, or this could turn bad for him.
Did
with that
Alistair
vision there.
Just flash there?
Looks like he did.
No, he popped
no,
Clairvoy,
no, he did
sorry.
not.
I just saw the giant little spoof there, and I was kind of going, what? Meanwhile, blue caster minion, additionally OP. Caster minions, man. Goddamn, so much damage.
Mordekaiser going down yet again to that Mundo Lee Sin combo. He really needs to get some ward coverage in that bush there to be able to see that
He actually
gang
has
coming.
2 wards. I'm wondering why he hasn't placed them down, unless my UI just hasn't updated. But as far as I can tell,
I
he
still
has
see
wards.
2 wards in his inventory, so I can't explain what Mord's doing there either.
Side note: purple caster minion, OP, taking down mid turret.
Purple caster always OP. Purple caster minion, best caster minion.
I don't know. Blue caster minion did kind of just take down Tower of Grown. Meanwhile, both teams have Dragon well warded, so we could see a fight appear here. Skarner alone, though, doesn't want to get caught off guard with Lee Sin and Malzahar working in tandem.
Skarner looks like he might come in here on Sona and Graves, but knowing that he just crossed through that tribush, they will be hesitant.
Yep, and there's
CV going up there to check.
Meanwhile, mid lane, man, I'm missing kills. Darn it. I was too busy waiting for a gank here at bot lane. Bong does go down to the combined power of Lee Sin and Malzahar. Lots of ganks from Lee Sin, playing an excellent jungle Lee Sin, very map aware and able to help his teammates. Good smoke bomb there by Graves, but I think Alistair will be able to get back to his tower without dying. Oh no, I stand corrected.
Graves
Nice
coming
ult
in.
there. There's
Pulling
Skarner's
Sona
all
back
on
onto
Sona.
his turret.
All that tower damage. She will flash out, and here comes Lee Sin to rescue his fair maiden. Excellent play
That will
by Lee
leave them
Sin
wide
and
open to
Graves.
take that dragon because neither team has a ward there now. Only the red team has a ward anywhere in the vicinity.
Yep.
Lee Sin really needs to get in there and do some damage.
I think you're just waiting on the cooldown of that ability there. Meanwhile, bot lane, I don't know, was Sivir there? I don't think they were able to really poke into the
Sivir
tower
was
too
not
much.
there for that engagement, so...
Yeah. Meanwhile, top lane, Mord and Mundo going back and forth, both going where they please.
One saying wait, Jibe Money, and the other just deciding to run International Corporation as he pleases.
Oh, there's the cleaver, but tower damage. Oh, wow. Actually
Ult going
back
down,
in.
not going to be enough.
Yeah, with that Mundo ult. It's a lot of regen there. That was pretty brave of Mordekaiser to go back
Kennen going to come
there.
in here to try and cut him off. Mundo does not have wards either. It looks like Mordekaiser did finally place those in the tribush. Kennen probably going to sugar us in here. Pops
Yep,
the ult
there's
to
the
get those
ult.
marks of the storm up.
With
and
no
there's the
tower
stun.
there, we do see Mundo go down, and Mord will pick up the kill. Good stuff.
That's Kennen's first kill of the game, which is important for him. Hopefully he'll be able to capitalize on that and make something out of it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that he is currently 1-4. That's the result of lots of ganks by Purple Team and just good teamwork in general. So he is obviously behind, but he could certainly come back from this game. We've seen Purple come back, so there's no reason why Blue wouldn't be able to do also. But they do have a bit bigger of a deficit to come back from this time. So
Especially in the gold. We're approaching a 4,000 gold deficit with Purple Team in the lead right now by 3.8.
Yep. Speaking of gold, we see Graves has 3,500. What will he pick up right now? He's sitting in base. He picks up the BF sword.
Should probably turn into a Bloodthirster with that Vamp Scepter sitting in his inventory.
I think that's
Looks like he's going to sell off a Phoenix Bun there and maybe just get a little bit more
There's
gold.
the pickaxe. I think he's going to go for the
Infinity
Edge.
Edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does not have the inventory room right now to pick up that Critical Strike Cloak.
That's
so
a crap
he will
load of
pick
damage,
that up.
though. And there goes Sivir doing her job with Alistair, taking down Blue's turret. So,
An unwatched Sivir can be very, very dangerous.
Yeah, the only primary turret now is mid. Sorry, you were saying about Sivir, though.
Do not know where your Sivir is, where the enemy team's Sivir is, you can expect to hear a turret has been destroyed.
Yeah.
That's just commonplace anymore. Since Sivir is sort of returned back to the limelight.
I think that's a result of a couple changes to different buffs and nerfs, obviously, especially with runes. Sivir's a lot more powerful now than she used to be, in my opinion. Very viable these days for range carry. There's Skarner's ult.
Stuck in
Here
the
comes
middle.
Sona, though. Will she pop her ult? I think she's waiting for a good time. There it goes.
Does not pick up Kennen in that, but it will take down their primary assist, Alistar.
Meanwhile, Skarner separated from his team, trying to escape against Graves and Sona. He has that movement speed buff from his ability, but will he get away? There goes Lee Sin, actually.
Sivir.
Blue team able to pull out, so that was a 1-for-1. Not a bad trade there for the blue team.
Not at all. It was a good good trade overall. It's unfortunate that Alistar, for as underfarmed as he is going to be taken out of the game for even longer, picking up good mobility, Heart of Gold to get that gold. He has 2 gold per 5 items right now, just
3 actually.
Correction. Trying to keep up since he only has that 6 creep score. Sona also opting for 2 gold per 5 items as well as her Tear of the Goddess. Skarner going to be in trouble here at the mid-turn if they decide to take him on. And Malefic Vision's going on to him from Malzahar.
Looks like this tower will go down here. There goes Alistar trying to keep him off the tower as long as possible with Graves' new attack damage from that BF sword and pickaxe. I think on this next creep wave, we'll possibly... Nope, they're actually choosing to split up. They could probably take that tower down, but whatever.
Graves has a very good amount. He's got 189 attack damage right now, so his Q is dealing over 300 damage. And should he stack all 3 onto his target, whether that be Alistar or Sivir, that will just rain devastation upon that team.
Fast. It's going to be critical with Alistar if he's able to get his ult before... ult off, rather, before a team fight starts. Otherwise, it's
Alistar going where he pleases.
Sona completely away from her team. She'll have to be forced to burn Flash there to get out.
Well, has caused a little bit of a damage there from Baron Nashor, who is up now after we pass that 20-minute mark. Lee Sin going to throw a ward down. Will he get caught out of position? Can Kenny get those marks of the storm up? He does indeed.
Yep.
Alistar going to go keep the rest of that team away, so his team can do the damage to their DPS. Excellent job there by Alistar.
Wow, I think did almost everyone there, except for Vong, and blew their ults to kill Lee Sin there. So I think we'll probably see a counterattack by the blue team. Maybe go for at least this initial turn, I would say. Mordekaiser with his ghosts there, able to keep Graves effectively off of that tower.
Doing a good bit of damage too with that after image from CMS Godric.
Vong tanking tower there. That might have been a mistake with Alistar and Skarner. They're able to pick it up for him instead. So he's got to watch his positioning here. Here comes Skarner, able to pull Mundo of all people. Oh, wow!
Excellent crescendo there, catching almost every single member of the team except the support. Them staying alive, though, and still being able to rain in some damage on that purple team. Yeah,
that was a massive amount of damage that came right before Sona's crescendo, which is unfortunate for Mundo. He was pretty much melted instantly by the blue team there. Vong's got to be careful here. He's pretty low on HP, as
well
as
Silent Gears on Alistar.
Yeah.
We'll call that last engagement, though, in blue team's favor, trading no one to pick up a kill on Mundo, one of the tankiest members of that purple team, and a tower as well.
Yep. Oh, we will see. Yeah. Oh, wow. Nice sugar rush there by Vong. Able to barely get out. Will we see
one more
Graves goes down.
Putting a little bit more poke on.
Blue team, very good play here. Able to effectively get in, melt Mundo, of all people, in the beginning of the fight, take that tower, and then get away with no casualties. So, good play.
That purple team, very, very tanky, so it is impressive that among all people, they took down Mundo with his crazy regen.
Yep. You can't really regen when you get killed in 2 seconds, though. So
that does even up our gold count. Blue team, having taken down so many additional towers, as well as catching up on those kills, will even it up to 30k apiece. We'll see what items get changed around here. Lee Sin picking up his Warnogs. Has a chain vest. We'll see that go into an Atmos Impaler later. Malzahar picking up his needlessly large rod.
Sivir's sitting on over 2,000 gold, so I think we'll see an Infinity Edge from her shortly. So she goes
Infinity
back
Edge
to base.
or Bloodthirster, we'll see.
There's the Infinity Edge. Yep. So she'll obviously be kind of toe-to-toe for Graves. Pretty similar item builds there. So both teams having an effective range carry at this point. I would argue that Lee Sin is doing a slightly better job than Skarner when it comes to jungling. But now that we're in the team phase, I see that Skarner's done a really great job of picking one player and bringing him directly to his team for a really quick smash before Purple Team has any time to react.
Skarner has always been able to, and that was in his design philosophy entirely, to be able to get his team the positioning they need artificially to get that damage rained in on the enemy team. Yep. Pick out their support, pick out their squishy carry, and just wreak havoc on them. Do as much damage as possible in a short amount of time. Looks like we will have a 5-on-5 fight here. Alistair going to come in from the side.
Yeah,
speaking
of
of
positioning, this is very curious. Alistair coming in for a sort of flank maneuver. So much damage from blue team. Wow.
Kennen with an excellent ult there will go down, though, to the combined firepower of Malzahar and Graves.
Still, 1 for possible 4 here. All that damage from Kennen, he did go down, but I think that's almost worth it if they're able to pick this up. Oh, Mordekaiser does go down, unfortunately. Will Lee Sin get away? Oh, they're choosing to let Lee Sin. Oh, wow, Malzahar picking up the kill. Excellent play by Malzahar. Wow, Malzahar, double kill, and he gets away. Excellent play by Blade there.
You see a 4-for-3 trade there, bringing the kill count to 13-19, and the gold disparity now to 1.1k difference between that blue and purple team, with purple in the lead.
I did not see that coming, honestly. I thought blue team kind of had that in the bag. There was so much burst damage in that fight.
Very surprising engagement.
Yeah,
it's interesting to see, though, that Kennen is building pretty much pure AP as opposed to that attack damage hybrid build with Ionic Spark, as well as either a Madrids or
Malady.
Phantom Dancer, like we've seen so popular lately in our recent matches.
Yeah, AP Kennen is certainly viable, though.
That inability to stack up those marks of the storm are probably what did the blue team in.
You could argue that. I would say I'm not sure. I mean, initially Alistair was able to go in and get them that quick little knock-up, and then they were able to kind of burst everyone down, but purple team was able to escape that. And then with Sona, her ult in combination with Malzahar's massive DPS and really good game sense of when to use his abilities there got them the win. So I'm still kind of surprised that purple team was able to come back from that, but they definitely were. So we'll see what happens in this next possible engagement here in the river. It looks like purple team's going to try and secure the dragon. Will Skarner go for the possible steal? His smite is off cooldown, so looks like we're going to have a fight first instead of purple going for that.
Sona taking a big poke of damage
there.
In the words of Freak, tons of damage.
Yes, indeed. Everyone all over the place right now. Purple team kind of grouped up, whereas blue team is a bit more separated. Sivir nowhere to be found right now. If there's an engagement without Sivir, that could be critical. With her lack of DPS, I think purple team will probably be able to win the fight. Here comes Sivir right now, obviously getting pinged by the blue team. Hey, we need to go, and we need to go right now. So they're currently able to
her ultimate will prove very, very handy on the positioning, especially for that Alistair. He's going to run around the back here, as we saw in that previous engagement, and headbutt them in. They do not see him.
Oh, there they are! Nice knock-up.
They need to focus down that Sona.
Oh, there goes Sona instantly. So much damage, though. We'll see Susanna go down really quick here. Yep, there we go. Vong with his DPS able to possibly get Graves here. There goes Malzahar able to pick him off just as Graves goes down. Meanwhile, we have Sivir probably going to go down to Mord here. Yes, indeed. But Alistair did he kill Graves? Yes, Graves went down. Sorry about that.
Graves did go down in that fight, but Alistair just not able to rein in as much DPS as his teammates, since he is only at level 11.
Yep.
Whereas we have our other carries leveled up a little bit more to be able to pump out more damage.
I think the problem is they have a very effective burst strategy.
We might see
after
the
that
ace
burst.
Here. Alistair fighting Mundo on the tower. Needs to get that knock up and keep running around.
Oh, there's that nice headbutt. Oh, but he runs out of turret range. With that ignite, he will go down. I think if he'd stayed in that turret range, well, he probably would have still died. I don't know. Would have been kind of close. But anyway, I was going to say, blue
Mundo
team is
going
really,
where he pleases.
Yeah. Blue team is a very effective sort of burst strategy right now in combination with Skarner, Alistair, and then obviously everyone on their team. But after that initial burst, they don't have the sustained damage that the purple team is able to pump out along with their just really meaty specs right now. Obviously,
it's a combination of that and their lack of crowd control. Certainly they have more single target abilities like that, but they lack the crowd control of Sona's crescendo, like we've seen in these really tight engagements.
Critical in these fights, yeah.
Able to render an entire team useless for a second and a half, 2 seconds.
And I think that's certainly what the fights are coming down to, where blue is just able to really nuke someone down. But when it comes to team fights, they just don't have the abilities that the purple team has, in conjunction, that is, to lock down the opponent's team. They can only pick off 1 or 2, and then they kind of have to deal with everyone else and hope they don't die. Vong, obviously, not very meaty at this point. He has a Giant's Belt, but that's about it. So he's been going down pretty much every single fight, except for maybe 1 or 2.
Vong burning that Sugar Rush to get away there, kind of needlessly. All 5 of that purple team there in the middle.
6 seconds. He's able to effectively stay out of Lee Sin's range there.
Sivir's harass going in there now.
Mordekaiser, I think he just disconnected. Oh, no, he didn't. Wow. Will he go down to a Sivir ult, or not Sivir ult, Sun ult. Wow, Vong running in here.
Engagement here that we did not want for that blue team.
Here comes Alistair, able to get an effective knockup.
Alistair will get burned down, though, far too quickly to be helpful to his team.
Oh, man. There's a Sona ult. And
crescendo.
once again with that
down
Sono.
on Mundo. His regen though will be enough to take it. Vaughn's still at full health. Don't know what he's planning here. He's not going to be able to pick up any individual kills. Only
Here comes
hopefully
Lee
get
Sin
some
on
Marks
Mordekaiser with the exhaust. The EDC Lee Sin. He will barely get away. Wow, and Malzahar once again effective use of his spells there.
Some additional clutch heals coming in from Sona there to ensure that all team members get out of that safely.
Yeah, and at this point, I think the blue team really just needs to group up and kind of turtle because they're currently outgeared, outfarmed, and being outdamaged of all things, despite being a mostly burst team.
It is very They do have to be very careful about that, though. They need to get Sivir a Phantom Dancer and a Bloodthirster. Sivir does have the items ready to turn into the Phantom Dancer. It has Zeal and her Agility Cloak there. Just only needs about 80 more gold there.
Phantom Dancer right there.
And she does pick it up there. Excellent. What she needs to do is she needs to get off to those obscure sides of the map when the team is engaging and split push. Once she gets her Bloodthirster built and stacked up, she's able to take down any tower on her own with her ultimate.
Granted, she can, but I would almost say that her split pushing would be a bad idea, simply because purple team has been able to annihilate the blue team in these past couple team fights. Without her additional DPS, I would argue they could possibly just wipe out the blue team and then push for the win, or at the very least an inhibitor.
With the 10k, or I'm sorry, not 10k, 5,000 gold deficit and a 10 kill deficit, I'm not so sure that that's their concern right now. Their concern is just covering their bases and being able to keep that map control. They're going to pick up their Baron buff here. Looks like blue team is going to form up for a defense, giving blue buff to Sivir there. Not sure I agree with that.
That might have been perhaps a misclick.
Sona going to be caught out of position.
Yes, this is huge for the blue team. Now, without that Sona ult, I think we could definitely see purple team get nuked by the blue team here. This is going to be interesting. Will they go for the bear? They're actually, I'm not sure, is this real or bait? I feel like this is a bait by the blue team here to try and get purple to come down.
A whole lot of damage going in on it. Sure, they are just using standard abilities. Graves is using a smoke grenade though. That does have a bit longer of a cooldown.
Here comes Mundo.
Mundo caught out of position. They should burst him down right now while the rest of their team is still reacting.
They're trying to secure that Baron buff. They will get Baron buff. Here comes a team fight. Vaughn blowing his ult. Mundo will likely go down here from that Mordekaiser ult. Oh wow, with the regen! Will he get away? Wow, Mordekaiser ult is likely going down.
Some damage in on that Graves there.
Lee Sin's still up. Oh my goodness! Malzahar doing so much damage. He will go down, granted, but the entire blue team has just been decimated. I think the issue there...
Despite the Baron buff and lacking Sona.
Yeah, the issue there is they got rid of Sona, which was great. But then going for Baron there, I'm not sure was a good play. If it was a bait, that's fine, but you overstayed your welcome with that bait. I don't know if I agree with going for that Baron, because Mordekaiser tanked Baron for a good 5 or 6 seconds there, so he was down to about half health at the start of that engagement, and then they were able to pick Mordekaiser off, and Mundo was able to heal up despite Mord's ult and survive. That's kind of tipping the fight in Purple's favor. I don't know. It's not looking too good for the blue team at this point. They just kind of lost Baron. They do have another 12 seconds here before their entire team will return back up. They are going to have to turtle very, very hard on those towers. I'm not sure so much that Baron buff was selfish in wanting it for themselves, but they did succeed in denying it that purple team, possibly prolonging this game. At the cost of an ace, though?
At the cost of an ace and now a 6,000 gold deficit as well as a 12 kill deficit, I will argue for them on their behalf that it was to keep them from getting that and allow them to turtle and level and just stack their weapons like their Bloodthirster or Warmogs or anything of the sort.
I suppose you could make that point, but still, with an ace and a tower and map control at this point, I don't know if I agree with staying that Baron there. You either kind of do it, and they come and you fight great,
Cannon could be in trouble here. We see that purple team roaming around through the woods.
He's completely out of position at this point, but they're
also
not
completely unaware as to what's going on. They don't know that he's there.
No ward coverage, unfortunately, by the blue team, just because they don't have any map control. But oh no, Kennen! Oh goodness, he's completely out of position here. If Sona has managed to catch his I think he'll be able to sugar rush and get away. Here comes Alistair. Blue team now
coming
aware
in
that they're in their jungle.
What they need to do, that blue team, is they need to be able to pick people off.
Oh, there's that Sona ult. With that silence and Sona ult, blue team just gets melted by the purple team.
Kennen not going to be able to do much here. Better for him to retreat right now. I know it's selfish, and you know you don't want to lose your teammates, but now you are going to get caught by all the strikes, all the crowd control.
Here comes a possible cleaver from Mundo. Will he get it off? Oh no, actually he'll miss that cleaver. Vaughn will probably be able to
kick to him.
Nice sugar rush through the creep there. He's on base tower. Will he be able to lock down Mundo? At this point, I think purple team's just
gonna be close.
Yeah, they're going into the fountain.
But the spawn laser picking up Lee Sin.
Yeah.
Only
it's hurt though.
With no poke. No poke at all from Ken in there to give him the credit.
Yeah, I think this is likely going to be GG.
This will probably be GG with their inhibitor turret going down and inhibitor also going to fall.
I think one of these one base turret, maybe blue team could make a last stand, but either way, it's pretty much in purple's favor at this point with that massive gold increase and kill count. Blue team certainly put up a good fight though. It's been a good game.
It has been an excellent game, but I am disappointed in that blue team 4 is not getting any magic resist. I see none of that anywhere on our board right now. Whereas our purple team has played very smart. They know that they're very attack damage heavy on that blue team. And we see items like our Warmogs or our Atmos and another Warmogs there on Mundo.
Yep.
It's very important to know the enemy's team comp and be able to react to that. Otherwise, we're just dooming yourselves.
Yeah, the item composition you were just talking about, it just reflects itself in showing how Mundo is completely out of position, but because of his build, he was totally fine against the blue team. It all comes down to defensive item play, and unfortunately the blue team just doesn't have very much, so now they're actually getting outbursted despite initially being the burst strategy team, if you will.
Yeah, with such crazy damage coming in, Alistair's knockup and as well as Kennon's Sugar Rush and ultimate.
There's a Sonal, here comes the fight.
Gonna pick up a few kills there. Gonna throw the cleaver, and Mundo just gonna go where he pleases, walking around in that turret.
Oh, there's the exhaust on Skarner. He's likely to go down here. Yep, and here comes Mordekaiser. He'll go down now. Sivir. Sivir flashes out with Alistair giving a nice headbutt on Graves there, but at this point it really doesn't matter. It's pretty much GG.
You see that Sivir boomerang there passing through Lee Sin, showing how much armor he has, not even denting his health.
Wow, Son of all people possibly going to kill Alistair here. The middle inhibitor will go down. At this point, I'd say just go for the base towers, which is... It looks to be what the purple team's going to do here.
Not quite enough creep in there, but now that they are getting a stream of creep in from the middle, this will be GG. It was an excellent game to cast. Thank you so much to the Commando Moose squad for having us stay in their game, not banning us out of the spectator spots just by having them there.
Yes, indeed. Also, the two players from Kugu, Flame K, sorry, and Monkisha for coming out also. This was a fun game. There was a lot of back and forth. Some possibly bad decisions by both teams, but at the same time some really great plays from supports like Sona and Alistair. So this was a fun game.
Yes, I'll agree 100% with you on that. If you folks would like to get involved with our League of Legends Coldcasts, you can leave your team name in the comments below this video. Send us a private message on YouTube. Contact us in-game. I am Iaqton, spelled I-A-Q-T-O-N. Rare is Sailor Sun, spelled like it sounds. If you can't figure that out, we don't want you.
Yeah, English is kind of a requirement for playing League of Legends. With that said, thank you guys for watching another episode of League of Legends Coldcasting with myself, Rare from Multiplaying, and Iaqton, and we will see you guys next time.
Next time.
Good night, everyone.